love tropicals. I think that nothing gives you that feeling of spring, summer like tropicals, but they're sort of dainty. I feel like they die easily.
And this is a very dangerous time of the year for them,
yes.
believe it or not. So I was just on vacation,
yeah.
and I noticed that every plant that I saw on vacation was a plant that we use indoors.
Right.
So, and
right.
I took pictures of palm trees and all these great plants because I love the way they look. And I love the way these gardens are filled with the big leaves and it looks great texturally. And what I noticed after that was I went to Vancouver, and everybody in Vancouver is trending saying, let's take our plants outside. So they're bringing indoor plants outside to create that tropical look, which is great, and I love it, but there's dangers.
Yeah, they don't fare very well outside, do they?
They can, but you have to do it properly.
Okay.
So we're going to show everybody how to do it properly today.
All right. Well, we've got a picture of one of the plants. What is this? A tree or a plant?
Isn't that beautiful? That's a big fishtail palm.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But that's a tree that we grow indoors.
Yeah, it is.
We grow that plant indoors as part of the palm family. We have all kinds of those. So people think, well, they're growing here in the Caribbean. I could bring my plants outside. And they're not wrong. You can do that. But there are steps you have to follow to do it properly.
Okay, what do we need to do?
So first of all, I want to talk about what plants are going to do best.
Good.
All right. Plants with big green leaves are going to do fantastic in shady situations.
Shady.
Don't put them in full sun. They need shady situations.
Okay, so that's interesting because most people think tropicals, they all should be getting full sun.
Full sun. No, the
Not
reason,
so much.
Yeah, the reason why they're good inside for us is because those big green leaves actually process more energy.
Okay.
So they can take less light and make it work.
Okay.
This is another example of one that you could put in a sun or a shady situation.
All right.
Plants that have variegation like this will actually generate enough food to survive in a shady spot.
Yeah.
But you can put them in sun because they can handle it as well.
Okay.
So this is one of those, if you get a spot on your patio that gets maybe 2 or 3 hours of sun, think about maybe the crotons or some of the variegated Dieffenbachia, and you can have some fun with it and it will look okay.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
But, and here's the but. This is what I love telling people. Think about putting these plants in their pots under your maple trees. Those problem areas where you can't grow anything else. Because they're already in the pot, they're already in the planter. They will do just fine under the tree. They won't have to compete with the tree. They can handle the lack of sunlight. And then you've got a filler that lasts all season long.
Okay. So that's your suggestion for where you should plant them?
As an option.
As an option.
Another thing that you have to remember is if you're bringing flowering plants outside, like
that
this
one's
bromeliad, gorgeous. It is going to love the sun. It can only handle 20 minutes of sun a day for the first little while. That's it.
See how fussy they are? That's what I was talking about.
Plants get sunburn.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, you can't spray chemicals on them to protect them. But if you leave a plant out like this, even though it's beautiful, it's flowering and gorgeous, it will get sunburned. And you'll see the leaves actually start turning white. And when they start turning white, that means the chlorophyll or the photosynthesis action in them has stopped. So effectively, you've killed the plant.
Yeah.
Okay, so 20 minutes a day for the first day. Then the next day you can do 40 minutes, 60 minutes, and you can increase it.
But so how are you doing that outside?
You put it outside for 20 minutes,
and then
you bring it back inside. Yeah, this is a complicated process, Tracy.
They're like children or something.
A little bit.
It's a lot of work.
But people think, oh, I can just bring it out. It's a plant.
Yeah.
It's sunny outside. The light levels have changed. Bring it outside. You can't do that.
Okay, so you've got to keep it. You've got to keep it potted and bring it out, bring it in, bring it out, bring it in.
Or you create a little tent.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can, and then people are like,
give it a house.
You can give it a house, and this may not be the best aesthetic look for the first little while.
Yeah, that's not cute.
No, but you can actually tarp your plants with a tarp that actually is see-through. So this light blue one actually lets sunlight through. So they will still get sunlight. It will harden off the leaves, but at the same time, they won't get scorched and burnt, so they're not going to die.
At some point, can you take the roof off?
After the first week.
Oh,
So if you tarp them for a week and just tent it, you still have to water them, make sure they care for them. They're going to get sunlight, but if you tent it, you're okay.
Okay.
The other thing that I want to mention, especially with tropicals, and there's a few options. Here's a beautiful palm.
Oh, so nice.
This low temperature, the minimum temperature for this is still like a +7 to a +8. So even though it feels nice outside in the daytime, this little guy can't handle night. It can't handle any cold at all. So if the temperatures drop down at night, you have to bring all those plants back inside.
Got it.
So you have to wait. You have to be patient about the whole process.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to point out is, and this is my favorite part of the whole session, tropical plants are the favorite food of most bugs.
Oh.
They love them,
Man.
absolutely. And the last thing you want to do when you're bringing your tropical plants outside and then bringing them back inside
is bring the bugs in.
Bring the bugs in. So what we know is the bugs will live on the branches and the plants, but they also live in the soil. And Tracy's like, this is no. But there's ways to deal with it, okay? So if you're gonna bring your plant outside, and I highly recommend it because they're gonna get such a great shot of sunlight, especially at this time of year. Obviously on the East Coast, they wanna wait till the snow goes away, but everywhere else, you know, we can start doing this. But when you bring it back inside, if you're doing in, out all spring, just put it in a bag, tie up the bag around the soil like that, and then put a little bit of mulch on top and hide it. The bugs can't have access to the soil. Still looks aesthetically pretty, right? Because this is a pot inside a pot. You can wrap it up, put it down, put the mulch on top. Still looks pretty. No bugs are making the journey into your house.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
I like that.
So have fun. Take advantage of all your great indoor plants. It's so good for them. If you're on a condo balcony or rooftop for a townhouse, take advantage of those outdoor spaces. You don't have to spend a ton of money doing it, right?
It's very interesting. I think most people think they can just take those plants outside. I've never thought about all of the things you have to think about in order to keep them alive. And that's why they're dying.
And that's why they're dying.
Right?
And that's why we have experts like Frank and I.
That's right.